Lína a me páisteach close to láim bríle. Báil máta go siad mátínar. I mátína.
Ra éon tabar nó áit banathe nó tabar banathe in Eckilibh.
Tabar?
Tabar nó.
Ó bhí tabar bannaí? Ó yes tab chachmaid a garán am goch mi go America. Tabar calm Cílle.
Ceir sé sin.
Here way sheer. Not Connemara. Tá gur me gur deir a chail lean the ruchini. Nista sé am. Deir a chail. Now let's see Kate Costello is not a column kill as well.
And neacha tú ag tabar?
Oh yes, kind of long. Yeah, we go credam. Agus dan sé an frischen gert in the middle of the year. Dat sé still on. Yes, chach me an the look.
Agus ceir de bhíle déana amháin.
Oh, chach me a good glúna, soach me tuisce cosach an what have you.
Chóil tú ein chaint riamh chalam Cílle.
No, ní sam seo for column Cílle, but you're an sin ráte faoi in my day. No. Bhí sé cuioine mar tabar. Bhí na Costello a liváil sí san sin. Tá sé cíntearm.
Cúpla ceiste agus
Yeah.
fé tú sáil tin sin. Chóil tú ein chaint an gaiileach mhéra.
Caile chu?
Mhéra, caiileach mhéra.
Níor sí beola mar línsa. Níor sí
An
beola.
gaiileach mhéra?
No. Má ní méidir nach tú árá go ceart. Chaileach tá tú árá ráid, but
Caiileach mhéra.
Vera? No. Níor sí an le mar lín.
nó chóil tú ein chaint an gabán sir, gabán sir.
Cobán sér?
Gabán sir.
Cobán sér, no. No.
nó
Ní rain me máile in langana. Lenar dísin, you know?
nó chóil tú ein chaint chón lo Conall.
Seems go hólas, but ní sama jo faoi.
Dónal lo Conall.
Don't know Connell. Ní sama jo faoi do. Could bhí an, don't No?
Well, Daniel O'Connell.
Yes. No.
Sinna fear bhí hála sasanna, bhí sé gíre cearta hort den na héirenaí.
Ó ra?
Agus thug sé go na caitlaí.
Oh.
Go bhéit dís bhótá.
Oh, I see. Ní rain ús an éirin in sasan ar len éirnaí?
Well, chuair sé sé an nún de sasanna.
Oh, chu sé.
Agus bhí na sasannaí gíre warú.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Ach bhí cálín amsir sa teach as é.
Sinne sí roe.
Stinne sí hóha.
Yeah.
Dúirt sí Ghonlaí Conall an digan tú gailge.
Yeah.
Dúirt sé tuigim a chalín as éidir.
I'm good to go in here at a rhyme shin. But need some more on free though.
Tá naridir de chopán sa bharoch na céta.
Turn it suck upon swarach na kate. Oh yeah, oh
Na
yes.
sasannaí sa gopán.
Yes, how some. Yeah, I think a whole mission, but neither some more on free though.
Bhfuil éon ráim beag agat sa gailge.
Yeah, while them for rhymes. I mean, you saw a thread.
Bhfuil páidracha iad sa gailge.
Padre, you bet your life.
A néir tú.
Hmm?
Bhfuil na páidracha iad an gailge.
Ta.
A néir
Could you come maybe go? She the bad would so long on the grass and you know lads. Anyone, they would have already. Yeah, I get mixed up. They would have already. Some packing you should say what a marshal man. Go with an egg and water, it's going to be new. And then, my beavis. Yeah. That's your dame meer, look. She had the bad with her long on the grass on the last time, Benny, when I'm lost, Benny thought the one more Russian cat. Ni would have any war day, yet more, never should get a holy. Ni would have any war day, a merchant packing, you could say, what a marshal man. Go on egg and walk with speed. Tell them, my
Mar bhí a hús, an táis.
Yeah. Glogan ergan wakas min.
Tá níos mar a bheits go brach.
Bes gebrach a min.
Fad síl na síl.
Ja. Al kechan yerach met de creed.
Credu ní.
I believe in God.
Credu le chuachtach. Cruthór nef agus talh.
Forget our may you know, boy, but we should answer skull. And boy, chachtuyid. You chacht.
An memorara,
Remember almost, oh yeah.
Quigley a waging were.
Well, Tom she now his, I can't remember. But I wish not forget all of my youth. And I think of my mother because, Queenie Marie met de school. We gaan naar trekken en onze stal. We klog marschen school, you know. I was nooit ook wegzakken. Ik zit in de sidecar. We gaan een inspector het. Hoor je de clock this way. Dat mag je niet meer zijn. Because a subject that they were at wasn't the one they should be. And especially if it was a religious one, because the inspector was not. That's all right too. And when the missionaries we didn't care. I don't care today. But we said so wise. August wir mit der Biggie Queen. Wir sich am Moll haar king. August wir mit der Biggie pray allgemein mit der Queen und der Huxen Inspector. Wo gash mach Mrs. Mackin. Sie grow die devil. August wir sich August sind wie fair. Eigne lads. August nie sam serio nie chen cho na gas u dinherin. August wir schadalta. Wir sa bol na gas u lische in de kassa. Schne voran mag je daar gaan maken as skal. Because we are so cruel, we are so old. And we the couple, married couple, they were, we should no school. School no more but we should look, knew how to use the ruler. We got it left and right. But I don't think that would ever teach you what you want to learn. If they're hitting you, you lose everything. Ach, niet weg zijn niet jou, ik met de Queen gaan. Ach, ik ook met de Walens en ik zie ook met the parents say, has to show it. They didn't understand. Instead of that, they ought to go and fire them. See, has to show it. They wouldn't listen because we were wild, I guess, but we weren't, boy. Ga ik met je piece of bread thread. Ik school in Lawan. Ik moest, August eerst met deze maasros. Dat we groeien zoals maasro. Oh ja, best wel kunnen. Ik groeien zoals. Je moet het weer gaan. We zullen like gaan ook, we ook. No kidding. August en ik groeien zoals maasro best wel gelachen, ja. You know. Dus ik moet dat believe one another, you know. But anyways, we piece of bread thread. Can I show you something? We piece of bread thread school in Lawan. Oh, I enjoy that. And Washington will klikken roeren. August Kulkarle. August dancer all Kulkar back here for something. Oh, just like over there in that corner, we were boxers. Manum, the teacher got the best of her. He's got in the gachel more 15 years old. We fist fight at Kapshin, maybe she get in a deal. I was being so tickled, you know. Gumwalin Van Roo, left and right. Kids are kids. Well, thank you all left you right.
Catch the one, is it?
Yes, all right.
Ken Blian a Hanik to a Machen Shah? We'll going into Ken Blian a Hanik to a Machen.
1913. It's either 1913 or 1912. Honey, Philip Mahroom. 1913, I think.
Is Ken Lee Shavito Thompson?
17.
Agus, net a bit triblo don Yedin.
Huh?
Be triblo don and Yedin in Yeshin.
Yeah.
Care the Vinadine and Shah.
Oh, Niram Shahal Notion. Ach, vi må gjøre reinskjøtten. Vi ser her kien. Nyre samt tom gulår fisken, but vi ser det kakla. Og så bollen og lampe, jeg har maler og kerosinen. Certain erni.
Ach, ceir do bhína daoine seo dhéanamh nó.
Nyre sé dina tada.
Ceir ceapad ar faoi na rudí bhí.
Nyre sé, to my knowledge, nyre sé dina tada. Ach, vi na kreatur hall, fatjes erop. Og så vi certain dina, male schøyrene, vi har gina forsen. So,
There were a few people who came over at that time from Ireland, like Flanagan from Sinn Féin and Mary McSweeney and other people who spoke in City Hall. I wonder, did Catherine know anything about those people? Catherine, did you hear about any people speaking at the City Hall back in those days in 1921, 1920, 1921 about Sinn Féin or about the Black and Tans?
I don't know, but I know this much. There was one German, and she was in the Lafayette Hotel, he was dressed up as a nun and collecting money for the nuns, like, and the fight in the Germans were fighting then. You remember the Germans? And he dressed himself up as a nun, and he fooled them all. And then I don't know how the Bishop Walsh, God love him, he's gone now, how we ever got to know, or who found out. So they arrested him. And you know who told us that was one of the girls, the Costello girls. Her two sisters are out in the burying ground. She told us, because she had been in the convent quite a while, and she told us how that German man dressed as a nun, and then he was at the door collecting the money that all the people that were there would give him. And he was taking it to Germany. I remember that.
Sister Mary Patrick?
Yes, her sister Jude trimmed around with us before she entered the convent. And she was telling us that, of course she knew, because she heard it in the convent. And that was at the Lafayette Hotel. He fooled them all, but he didn't. He was caught at the end of the evening, and I had given him a good kick in the pants.
Catherine, do you remember when the longshoremen went on strike in 1921? In December, they went on strike for about 1 week.
I don't know. I don't remember, Michael. I should.
The Bishop Walsh.
Bishop Walsh is a great.
Talked to the longshoremen at that time. Do you remember?
Bishop Walsh tried everything. He tried to get some money to help out with the parochial schools. He went to Augusta and everywhere.
What do you remember about Owen Brewster?
Owen Brewster, I don't think they liked him. Now who? Wait a minute. Let's see. Oh, I guess he was for the people here.
Do you remember the Ku Klux Klan?
Oh, yes, the damn things. I see them now. They used to parade. And they had the white things on them, and the eyes were out like this.
Did you ever see them parade up on Congress Street?
I don't know if I did.
Yeah.
But I've seen, I suppose, pictures of them in the paper. And
what did the people...
we were afraid of them, you know.
What did you think about them back then?
Oh, we were scared stiff of them.
What did you think would happen?
Well, they were going to kill every Catholic there was. Me included. Scared too if she was there. And we were scared stiff of them. They were bad. Do you know there was somebody on TV the other day, and I won't forget it forever. And he had the Roman collar, and he was a nice looking young man. He had a Roman collar, and I thought to myself, and guess what he was? He had this religion. There were several of them had different religions. They can if they want to, it's no harm. But he had this religion, and they kill infants. And there was a woman sitting alongside him, and she told them how they killed her baby 9 months old, and he was right in her lap. And she said it wasn't him.
Are you sure you didn't read that in one of your magazines?
No way. It was on TV, and I didn't see the collar until afterwards. And so he kept saying something about, they were talking back to him, tell him I should think you'd be afraid of God. Nobody's going to believe you. And this is just what he said. I don't care if they believed him or not. He was a wicked. Now, I never heard of a religion. They kill babies for their religion to save something. Have you? I've asked everybody I know. But this, I asked Mrs. Graney, and she told me there was a religion. They kill babies. So his wife was there.
Just did that one time.
His wife was there. They had gotten married. They met at a Halloween party. Oh, don't worry, I don't miss a trick. So they met at this Halloween party, and she said they get married. And so one of them said, are you going to have children? To the wife, you know. She said, oh, yes, we expected. And we expect to have a family. And are you going to allow your kids to be killed like this? I don't know. I'd like to know a little something about that religion.
Catherine, you were here in 1913. Do you remember when they had the Easter Rebellion in 1916 in Dublin?
No, I don't remember that.
Did you read anything in the paper?
No, I didn't. I was too crazy to read anything like that. I was young.
Uh-huh.
I was young for my age, too.
Did you ever hear anything later about it, De Valera?
De Valera. We'll have Mr. De Valera for the King of Ireland, yes. I heard a lot about him.
Uh-huh. What did the people here in Portland think about De Valera?
Oh, some of them liked him, like Father Feeney's mother. She was for him. They had a song, you know. We'll have Mr. De Valera for the King of Ireland. That's all I know. I didn't, you know, take any interest in him. But they were people that were interested in him.
Yeah.
But what did I know? I was having a good time. Margaret Foley and I were together and...
Schaafhouder.
Huh?
Schaafhouder.
Oh, Schaafhouder was right. We went so Schaaf. No, oh, you know, I can remember when I didn't have a care of the world. Isn't it wonderful? And now I'm loaded down.
More than through it.
Hmm?
More than through it.
It's more than through him, is right.
Catherine, I've just got one more question about, did you ever go to any parties with Ceata Concannon? Any?
Oh, yes. Oh, she had, her husband and her danced beautifully together. I remember, you know, in the stack of barley? Yeah. Oh, she danced. She had the handsomest husband you ever saw. And they were dancing there. Oh, she could sing. Ceata Concannon could sing.
In Irish and in English?
Irish and English.
Did she have parties sometime with some of the other greenhorns that were here?
I don't know. I never was to her house.
Yeah.
No. No. No, I never, I went to the wake. Oh, sad. She was left with those two children. Hmm?
I used to have those parties with Ceata Concannon
Hmm?
at my sister's house. My sister Chris's house. About once a week, every weekend.
Oh, yeah, but I didn't, you see, I didn't go anywhere. My sisters didn't go anywhere. Margaret Foley didn't. We'd go down to my aunt's, that was the... And home in Ireland, we weren't allowed to go anywhere. We weren't allowed to go to Spiddle. Think they were going to run away. Then when we were old, we'd get married, and then we had the care of kids and husbands and what have you. Isn't that right? Now when we could go to Ireland and have fun, we're not able to go.
What would you do if you went over there now?
I hope it wouldn't be raining. I have plenty, they got quite a few over there that I'd like to be with,
Yeah.
and I could be with and be comfortable. But every time I went over there, I got sick though. And I never was sick when I was home first. Just sick of, I guess the dampness and the rain and what have you. The food was good, boy, I could eat. My poor niece's husband, oh, he was so nice, Porrick Griffin. He'd say, you want another potato, Aunt Ceata? I said, sure. He wouldn't eat enough for a bird. And here he was, peeling the potatoes for Aunt Ceata. And I'd eat them too. They had good food, you know. I hope if she ever went to Ireland, you go to see her and her. Claire knows her.
Mike met her too.
Huh?
Mike met her too.
Did he?
Yeah.
Sarah Griffin?
My cousin lives across the street from them.
Oh, so I think you told me that before.
Yeah.
If you ever go. I had a letter from her and a birthday
Mary?
card the day before.
Yeah. Mary Coyne from Carolina. She moved down there and she
Oh,
lives
yeah.
across from them.
Mary
Mary
Coyne.
Coyne. And her father lives with them.
That's I ought to know who lives there.
Gurmila Mahad.
Oh,
Mae an wichti.
Gramila Mahad. Wanneer ik voor de week met de eerste militia. Gramila Mahad.
Oh, Fáilte.
Hm?
Fáilte.
Ja. Het is als je nou... Tag... Gramila Mahad. En tjargediest, tjargestagediest. Ja. Als je net zegt het al. Tjargestagediest. Dat je vet situation in, hè?
Die aan de mesje.
Ja.
You like being a movie star?
Huh?
How do you like being a
I'll
movie
release
star?
you from this.
Oh, movie star. I don't like them too well. Als je het krijgt, gaat je niet weten.
You're going to be on the front cover of your own magazine next week. Though.
Oh.